breakfast bar? Shh. We're not following us, Carol.
Congratulations to our player at the Lucky Wheel who just won a luxury car.
Yo, what is up guys? Camo Squid here. Welcome back to another podium vehicle win and review video. This is the Ocelot Penetrator. It is quite a bit of an older vehicle. It came out... was it one of the original cars? The price is $880,000, so it's pretty cheap actually. I can't see where it came out or when it came out, but it is heavily based on the Jaguar XJ220 with additional design influences from the Vector M12. I was kind of thinking something like that. Seen in the overall curvature of the beltline and rear window design, as well as appearing to the feature the rear lights from the Lamborghini Diablo VT and a rear grille similar to the one found in the Bugatti EB110. The front bumper appears to be based on the one found in the Chevy Corvette Indy concept car. Unlike its real-life counterpart, the Penetrator does not feature flip-down headlights. Due to this, the front fascia seems to be based on the XJ220S TWR, a track-tuned version of the XJ220. Quite a lot there. But primarily it is the XJ220, a little bit of the Vector M12. Some other stuff in there, pretty much every car is. But if you look at this, and you look at a picture of the Jaguar XJ220, you look at them side by side, I mean, the vent on the side is different, but other than that, it's pretty much exactly the same. I think the rims are different, but they're unique to this car versus that car. The grille, it's just a long, sleek, flat, low car. There's even one, I just looked up Jaguar XJ220, and there's this exact as it can be, this color. So, you know, it's pretty cool. And then if we compare it to the Vector M12, I forget what it said was a Vector M12, but the spoiler for that kind of is like this. It's kind of like, it's all like one panel at the back of the car. But pretty much it is the Jaguar XJ220. So we're gonna head down to LSIA. We'll get our performance test, you know, acceleration, top speed, brakes, that kind of stuff. Then we will head to the mod shop and we'll check out what Rockstar put on, what else is on there, just naturally. And then we will head back to the garage and sign off. I will see you very shortly down at LSIA and we'll get this started. Alrighty, here we are, Los Santos International Airport. We'll go ahead and open up all of the doors. Unfortunately, it is not butterfly doors or anything special like that. It's just regular doors. We got the trunk here. It's kind of hard to see while we're in passive because I wasn't sure what this guy was going to try and do. So this looks less like a solid piece and more like a actual individual piece, which is kind of interesting. It kind of looked like it was all solid across there. Alright, we'll go ahead, close the doors, we'll hop in, get our startup, check out the everything basically. So we'll hop in. Very low. Ooh, I like that. Alright. The dash is actually pretty clear. It's got... well, you can see the top half, and then to crouch you can see the other lower half. But you can see pretty much your main ones. I don't think you're going to be reaching 160 at all, so that shouldn't be a problem. Let's see. There's your brake lights, reverse lights, just that half. That's kind of interesting. The headlights right there, and then the high beams, just like that. Just gets brighter. The illumination radius or whatever. Alright, so we'll get our acceleration starting now. And there's your 0 to 60. This car has always reminded me of like a salamander, I don't know why. Anytime I see it on Legendary Motorsport, it just looks like a salamander. That's just what it reminds me of. That's what I think of every time I see it. So stock top speed is actually not too shabby. We're at like 108, 109 right now. Kind of sounds like that's it though. So we'll swing around, go to the other side, get our two-way. Of course, completely legit. So yeah, it seems the top speed is right under 110, like 108 or 109. And that is stock though, so maybe upgraded performance, it will improve the performance. Only one way to find out, you upgrade it. I will not be doing that for the purpose of keeping the podium vehicle stock. If you don't know why I do that, basically it's a free vehicle, why would I pay money for it? You know, it's a dumb concept, but I mean, more than just that goes into it. Like, it's customized from Rockstar, even as minimal as it is. So I don't know, I don't know why pay for something that's free, essentially, is the mindset. Alright, we'll hit the e-brake right there, and then we'll head back to the other side. We'll get our regular brakes. That wasn't actually too bad. From the end of the white line to before the orange poles. So there's your horn, in case you were wondering. We'll head back, as I said, to the other side, and we'll do the regular brake. Completely stock, of course. Alright, so regular brake from right there to right there. Not quite to the end, from just at the end of the white stripes. So that's not too shabby. It's about what we usually get, I think. So we'll head up to Los Santos Customs. We will check out everything that's on it, but also kind of look at what Rockstar put on. I'm sure it's not too much, and some other things they don't even allow us to see, which is kind of weird, but it is what it is, I suppose. So I will see you up there very shortly. Alright, so real quick, we'll just go through what we can. So this is what everything is, pretty much stock from Rockstar, but obviously there are these other options as well that could be put on anyone who owns it. We can change the air filters on the engine, that's interesting. You can cover them. Valve covers as well can be changed, that's pretty cool. Exhaust. I don't know if I like that. Even the double is kind of too much. Even this is too much, really. There you go. Explosives, horn, that's stock. Or hood, I don't know why I said horn. But it is still stock. That's pretty cool though. There's the horn. Stock. The lights, they're already kind of LED, but you can add a little bluish tint to them. The respray, primary color is metallic gasoline green with a unknown pearlescent. That will change, there's no secondary color, so that will change pretty much everything that can be changed. Interior changes the stitching on the wheel, the stitching around the outside of the seats. That's pretty cool. The crew emblem will go pretty largely right there on the door. If I were to sell it, it would be free. Skirts, we can add some, doesn't look like much. We've got a couple of fin options there. Other than that, not much of anything. So you can change that spoiler, even though it's technically a non-spoiler. You can change it. I kind of like this one just because of where the supports are, the cables or whatever, because it goes like all the way up the back of the car. It's not just right to the bottom. So if you have this one, it will actually keep the small none spoiler. You didn't see the air quotes I just did, but I did them. But other than that, everything else will remove it. I kind of like this one. If I were to put any spoiler on, I think I'd put this one on. It doesn't go with the car. It's definitely this one, but I don't know. I just like the way this one looks, and it's a little wider. Stock transmission, stock turbo. Let's hear the difference though. So not much of a spool up, but there was a blow off, a very obvious blow off. Alright, so the rims I can't imagine are... They're not painted, but I imagine those are like a one-off. They're unique. I don't think there's gonna be anything similar, but I'll just go through these real quick just to see. It wouldn't be in the off-roads, that's for sure. And a lot of the last couple rows are pretty new anyway, so it wouldn't be in there if it's not anywhere else. So the street and track rims, we're not even going to look at. Yeah, that's what I figured. They're completely unique. So there you can change some of those, pretty much like normal stuff. And then the window tint, there's that. It can get pretty dark compared to not dark. That looks like there's no glass essentially. I think you gotta have at least a little bit of a tint. Alright, so there you go. We'll head back to the garage. Alrighty, so here it is in all its glory inside the garage. I had to do a bit of moving around, sold a vehicle. It was actually the yellow Cyclone. I believe I did a video on it when I did this one. This was on the podium, the other one was not. But I may have mentioned it at one point. But anyways, that was customized enough to where I wanted it, but not like over the top kind of. But I did ultimately sell that one and then just put the performance upgrades on this one. So just the suspension, the brakes, and the engine. It is of course an electric vehicle, so there is no engine, but beside the point. I still did it. So anyway, the XJ220, I have it sat here next to my main Jaguar XC75, I think that's correct. The XA21, CX75, I was close. But yes, the XA21, I have two of these, this one and then the orange one in my nightclub garage was on the podium as well. If you want to check that out, link in the description. Playlist to every podium vehicle. In fact, these are both podium vehicles. This was not a podium vehicle actually, but there was a white one that was a podium vehicle. That's in the nightclub garage. These are not podium vehicles. This, I believe, was not a podium vehicle, but I did end up winning one that was differently customized, so that's in the playlist. This was the podium vehicle. I'm pretty sure this was a podium vehicle as well, but it was a regular Nero, and I upgraded it at some point when the Benny's upgrades were either free or at a discount. But there's been actually 3 Neros on the podium. There was this one, 2 Neros. A bunch of Bugattis, 3 or 4 Bugattis, maybe 5 even. But there was 2 Neros, and then... Or no, there was 1 Nero, then the Nero Custom, which was the Chiron Sport 300 Plus. But anyway, the XJ220. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead, leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn post notifications on so you never miss out when I upload a new video. And that being said, I hope to see as many of you in the next video as I can. Take care, everybody. Peace out.